Today we're going to be talking about the AP test. So what we're going to cover is the topics of the curriculum. So the framework. The framework is available on the Google Drive. You can read it for yourself. It's a huge PDF document. And the second thing we're going to cover today is what the actual test, what it's going to cover when the test is. And so the goal or the objective for today is to be able to describe what and how you're bake tested. Alright, let's get started. So just to give you a big picture about AP Bio, this is some of the way that it's organized in the information. So I alluded to some of this yesterday, that AP Bio is organized into 4 big ideas. Underneath those 4 big ideas, there is something called an enduring understanding. This is what they want you to learn and have by the end of the class. So these would be kind of your standards that you're expected to know. There are also something called learning objectives. This is the skill you should be able to get at, that you should be able to do. If you just a checklist of things that you should be able to do using the big ideas and the enduring understandings. So just to give you a preview, the big 4 ideas, the first one, so this is our first big unit, is evolution. Evolution and the diversity of life. So how do things change over time? How do they react? Number 2 has to do with energy. So this is your metabolism, your photosynthesis, your cellular respiration. The third big idea has to do with communication. So how do different cells communicate with each other? How do different systems communicate with each other? So this can include things like the central dogma, DNA to protein, how does that happen? It also includes things like cellular communication and the cell cycle. How do hormones work? That's all part of cellular communication. And lastly, interactions, which is mostly ecology. So those are the 4 big ideas, and that is one of the main focuses of AP. Enduring understandings, so EU, or enduring understandings. These are going to be the connections you're going to make anytime you write a lab report. So these are big chunks of knowledge that you're expected to know. They're listed and available as cards. And the cards are useful because you can use them to sort what you know and what you don't know, what you need to study and revise. The learning objectives are another test, and those are also listed and available for you to have. Those are all on the Google Docs on the About AP Bio. So that's the framework or the curriculum. I want to also touch a little bit on the test. The test has changed as well. Alright, so next step is actually about the actual AP test. If you want more details, you can look it all up on apstudent.collegeboard.org. It's a great reference for anything you want to know about the AP test. So when is the test for this year? So it is going to be May 12th. That's a Monday. It'll be a morning test. So keeping that in mind, it'll be in the 2nd week of testing this year. A little bit about the test. It's changed from previous formats. It's 2 sections, with the first section still being multiple choice. But now they have grid in, so because it's grid in, they are also allowing you to bring a calculator. You're going to be doing some calculations, doing some math. It's a basic calculator, so no graphing calculators. Addition, subtraction, square root is as far as it goes. You're also going to be doing, the second section is going to be your 3 response. So these are the things where you're going to apply a lot of your skills, the science practices. It's going to be 8 questions, and they're doing varying length. So 2 long and 6 short questions. Overall, the length of the test is going to be about 3 hours. So 2 sections, 3-hour test. The weighting and stuff is all provided on AP, but the idea is that what the multiple choice section doesn't hit, your grid in is going to hit.